is literally morning. Here I am on my second day of self-discovery, and geez, what have I discovered? I'll tell you what, I'm about to go into the same genre that I've done before. I don't know, maybe I'll branch out at some point, but it seems like since I've done the issue of veganism for so long that that's exactly where this one's going. I was actually on the internet and YouTube, other places the other day, and I was just kind of watching reactions and watching people talk about their veganism. There's a class of people out there considering themselves fat vegans, and I'm sorry. I mean, if you're sensitive about it, I am sorry. I understand. Look at this nice chin line right here, and realize that I'm with you. I am definitely with you on this one. Oh my gosh, I mean, you can go like a million miles on this subject. When somebody says I am vegan, does that mean that they're like totally eating salads and munching on a baggie of bean sprouts? No, not necessarily. I mean, veganism goes into like 1,000 different directions. Okay, you have vegans that are doing it totally for ethical reasons. Anything that doesn't have an animal product in it is fair game, and that means Oreos for that matter. I even buy Oreos occasionally myself because they are a vegan product. If you feel like a snack, you feel like a little treat or something like that, oh my gosh, hey, yeah, Oreo cookies. Anytime that I tell somebody that I'm vegan, they probably look at my body type and go like, what? Why aren't you like skinny as a rail? Why don't you look emaciated? I eat well, but of course I haven't led the vegan lifestyle for that long either. So, yeah, I'm fat. What can I say? Whether somebody is fat or thin does not really have to do a lot with it. If you're looking for skinny vegans, then yeah, there's a lot of skinny vegans. There's a lot of people that are vegan and fat too. Yeah, it just goes without saying. One thing that I really get a laugh out of is the before and after pictures. These things crack me up because it's like, this is me before, this is me after. Well, you can pretty much take a camera angle and you can get rid of any sort of fat that you want to. You can definitely hide it and take a picture, and that person would look just as splendid as any setup picture. If you go into retouching or Photoshop or something like that, you can even make it look better. Basically, to get rid of double chins, all I would have to do is look down like this, put an arm back like this, woo, and, just maybe stretch myself out like that. Oh, look at this, skinny vegan. It's just like, I can see myself on a photo shoot. It's just like, take a deep breath, hold it in, don't let it out. Please, take a picture already before I turn blue. You can kind of see how easy it is to take a before and after picture. There's no real science to it, but you can take a great before picture too, just by getting the right camera angle, So, yeah, weight is such a judgment on vegans. How can you weigh so much and be a vegan? It really does kind of come from an unfair place, because people who are doing it for health, of course, they're eating the right foods, or mostly the right foods. Maybe they'll have a snack or something like that, and they're staying away from their oils, and they may be losing weight, and they could be anywhere in the process. You have to let a person that's losing weight to lose weight before you totally make a final judgment on that. That's talking about your healthy foods, but again, with junk food vegans, say if you're like really going crazy going after the Oreos, if you're doing Oreos and almond milk on a daily basis, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then for a midnight snack, whatever you're having, and then you just happen to put like a lot of olive oil on it, there is definitely going to be really high calories out of what? So, junk food has a lot to do, and not only with the calories, but inflammation. If you're getting a lot of sugar, if you're getting a lot of things like that, you shouldn't be after anybody anyway for their dietary wants. So there are vegans out there that maybe they can't handle handle as many carbs. Everybody, I think, has a different carb level that they can handle. If you take somebody that really can't handle a lot of carbs, if you take a vegan diet, you're talking about something that has the absence of meat, cheese, and eggs in it. With that absence of meat, cheese, and eggs, there are many high calorie things out there, or high carb things out there. Maybe carbs is the problem, maybe something else, or maybe it's not a problem to that person. If you're feeling healthy and happy, and you know you're eating right, and you know you're eating well, you just happen to have on a lot of weight. I really think that there are people out there that, even though they may look to whatever standard we say is fat, how do you know that they, because of their body type or because of their body weight, that they're not just a person that needs to be carrying around that much weight? I mean, you can't tell. If they've tried to get a little thinner and it's just not working for them, they're feeling malnourished or undernourished, then I say that they should probably go back to whatever weight it was that they felt good. There's a lot to say in the way that you feel. You know when your body's operating well, you know when your body's not operating well, you know when your brain is starved for nourishment, you know when your brain is well nourished and you're feeling healthy and good and you're out there doing what you need to do. So, yeah, skinny is not a vegan body type. I mean, that just goes without saying. Somebody has a little extra weight and they happen to be a vegan, just lay off it, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, I think it says anybody who does have a little extra weight, it does say a lot for the fact that you can be nourished by plants, but you can definitely be nourished by plant sources. Somebody's carrying around weight, so that says right there that you're eating something that's nutrient dense. Some of the vegan literature, some of the vegan quests out there that I see, they're telling people to eat tons and tons and tons of calories a day. If I ate all the calories that it says, that would pretty much make me sick. I am a very healthy eater, but at the same time, I'm not going to rake in the calories to meet a calorie deficit. I don't deprive myself, but there's a time when my stomach just says enough. You know, you're fed, you're nourished. And one thing, and I don't know if it's an adjustment on my part either, but sometimes I just get up for breakfast time. Before this point, I was never like a real breakfast eater, but I just usually have a little something for breakfast. I might have, like, a slice of bread, just maybe a little carb, or maybe I'll reach for fruit, or whatever I need. And that will actually do until 2, and then at about 2 o'clock I might feel like something a little more substantial, and then I might eat a little more. So whatever my system is telling me that it wants, that's what I go for. If there are days when I really don't feel like eating a great amount, and I might have like just small portions of this or that and the other thing, but there are days when I get up and I just have a voracious appetite, and that's what I need at that time. I remember seeing this like a long time ago when I first became vegan, or maybe I wasn't even vegan yet. I might have just crossed over into vegetarianism. Somebody just talking on the subject of veganism of a World Vegan Day, and he happened to mention that he had been a vegan for 10 years and he had himself a little bit of a stomach. He was definitely not a skinny guy, not overly fat, but also just not a skinny guy. He even mentioned that in the video, and I just thought that was very charming. He's just taken into consideration his body type, and he wasn't shamed one way or another, even though he wasn't the skinniest vegan in town. So skinny and fat don't really have to do with it. Yeah, if you're doing a vegan diet for weight loss, you can always decrease your fats, decrease your oils, and watch your carbs. There are all sorts of vegan diets out there. If oil's the problem, you can increase the carbs and lower the oil. Even in veganism, like I said, and I'll say it again, you can eat very badly or you can eat very well. My point of all this is, yeah, don't judge. Just because somebody is touting a vegan diet, will do this and will make you skinny and will make you wonderful and will make you happy and fantastic. You'll look like a stick thin model. It may or may not be so. Losing weight is one thing. If you want to do it on a vegan diet, you definitely can. If you are at all an ethical vegan or you've done it for health, weight loss does not equal health. Weight loss can equal health, but on a different scale, weight loss does not necessarily equal health. Whatever your body is telling you that you need to maintain to be healthy, I mean, that's another thing. There are just, even in the animal kingdom, you have thinner animals, you have stockier animals. It is what it is. Don't compromise your health to be skinny if that's not you. If you happen to be like me, I don't know what my settling weight actually will be when I'm all done. I am losing weight, but still at the same time, if I were to go out and just totally say to the world, I'm vegan, I'd probably get quite a few reactions. It's like, who are you? Who are you? You're supposed to be vegan. Look at you. You're so fat. But anyway, just to throw that out there, because that is, it's not a concern that I'm going to toss and turn and lose sleep over. It is really something that can't be addressed too much. And if you happen to be a vegan on your way down in weight, or you happen to be a vegan that your body has pretty much settled on a larger weight than what your stereotypical vegan would have, don't worry. Know that you're doing well. Know that you're doing the right thing, health-wise, ethics-wise, whatever brought you into veganism. Yeah. Sometimes people can be pretty cruel. Just let people have their opinions and go on about what you're doing and know that you're doing the right thing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would also like to hear more, please subscribe to my channel. I can't promise that it'll all be about veganism, but no, I'd say a good amount of it would be. Judging on today's video, which I wanted to do something totally not about veganism, but that's where my brain's been for a while. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.